Dating in Korea is not completely different than dating in USA, but there are a lot of differences, and I'll just talk about a couple things that I learned since I've been here. You have to excuse the noise. I'm in a coffee shop and there's some people here. One thing I've noticed is that girls here always seem to have boyfriends. I think one of the reasons for that is that girls hate to be single. And I think that's the same anywhere, but especially in this country too. And I see it with my students. When holidays come around, especially now with Valentine's Day coming tomorrow, my students, even my elementary school students, my students that are 10, 11 years old, tell me that they're sad because they don't have a girlfriend or a boyfriend. So what I noticed here is that when a guy and a girl go on a date, if they have one or two good dates, then they're already talking about being a couple and having a relationship, and their boyfriend and girlfriend pretty quickly here if they like each other. Back in the USA, I think people go on quite a few more dates and spend a lot more time together and do all the dating things that you would do before you decide that you're going to be steady or you're going to be boyfriend and girlfriend and have a relationship. So that process happens much quicker here, apparently, for what I've seen. Another thing that's nice about Korea is that you can take things slow with a girl here when you're dating a girl. My Korean friend told me that the first 3 major steps are holding a girl's hand, then hugging her, and then kissing her. The steps you take here, you take much more slowly with girls here, I think, which is a good thing. I remember, when I was dating in USA, as a guy, I felt like there was I had a clock, I had a timer, and the girl would always be thinking, when is he going to hug me, or when is he going to give me a kiss? After a couple good dates, a girl is kind of expecting that if the date is going well, that the guy would progress to a different level. And you kind of feel like if you don't get to that level, a girl's going to think, well, he doesn't like me like that. Or some other guy will beat you to the punch and she'll like somebody else. But it's comforting to know that here you can really take your time and you don't feel like you're rushed in the dating process to get to those steps with somebody that you like. There's so much more I can talk about as far as dating here, but maybe I'll save that for another video. The hugging thing, it's kind of funny, and I've seen that. Where I'm from, when you have a good friend, you give them a hug when you see them, and then when you leave them. Even guys will give each other just a quick man hug sometimes. But here, sometimes when I would meet a Korean friend after spending hours texting and maybe chatting on the internet and just talking about personal things, I thought I had a connection with them, I would meet them and just try to give them a hug, and they would kind of back off. So I do think girls take hugging a little bit more seriously here than just friends. So in summary, the dating process here happens really quickly with Koreans, and after a couple good dates, they can become boyfriend and girlfriend. Those subtle, intimate steps, like holding hands and hugging and kissing, happens at a much slower rate here. So if you're coming to Korea and you want to date a nice Korean girl or date a guy, and you're used to taking things pretty quickly back home, my advice is to take it slow it down a notch, and there's no need to hurry.